buzzer, but a glorious one for whoever wins. And the Kangaroos with McKernan, who takes the footy out of the air and then pushes it forward. Aussie Jones, first touch for the Saints, around the body in the AFL team on Monday night. 20 years of age. King belts it forward. Winmar, did he give a free kick away to Stevens? Not paid. Play on. The umpiring early will be interesting. Bell was over the top of the ball. Saints force it forward. North Melbourne are being besieged early. Thompson, quick handball, good. Brown round the corner. North Melbourne get a hand to it. It's out of play.
Told to hurry up and shut up. He drives the ball out towards half-back. In front, good grab Lappin, releases the ball immediately to Jones. Jones from 60 down towards full forward. Heatley's in front, had it fisted away. This is Thompson, throws it on the boot. It's close. I think he's got it. He has. First goal of the night.
Yes, that was a very poor kick-in by King on that occasion. He basically picked out the three St Kilda.
Knocks it goalward. Simpson hurriedly with his right foot down towards half forward. Wakeland, timely hand on the ball. Fumble by Shanahan. Stevens off the deck. Only as far as Daniels. He fell over. This is Shanahan backing up. Throws the ball under the boot. Down towards half forward. All or nothing from Longmire. Now he's got a problem. Came out the back. Socket off the ground by Pike. Out towards the wing. Roberts a half chance. Feeds it off. Missed Anderson. Down goes Hall. Claimed by Pike. Comes across to Cripps. Cripps inside the 50. Heatley falls to the ground. Martin crawls after it. Oh, brilliant. The pick up by Winmar. Steadies on the 50. Goes for goal. It's floating. Low. Magnificent. Running with the flat of the ball. Stewie Low. 5 metres out.
Well, how was that one-touch ball handling by Winmar? He hasn't been in enormous form in recent games, but gee, that was just touched the ball, immediately took possession, even though the ball is slightly slippery. That's a magician at work on that occasion.
Well, over the past seasons, he's averaged 8 marks per game, spread over 63 games. Remarkable figures. Stewie Low directly in front. This to stretch the lead. It's straight.
So Lowe gets his first. The Saints get their second. Jared Healy is doing the video analysis of tonight. Jared, an early trend for us.
Wakeland came steaming out, got a hand to it. That other player you were talking about, Peter Everett, is on the other side of the fence. He'll be watching his teammates tonight. Stuart Lowe marks on the outer side. Wants to get on with the job quickly. Up towards right half forward. Daniels has it. Between centre wing and half forward. Has a look up towards Barry Hall territory. Winmar's at the back. Hall still a long way out. Gives it off to Nicky Winmar. In towards Heatley. The diving mark. 45 metres out at a 45-degree angle. Peter McKenna. You're just above Heatley at the moment. What's his position?
Yep, Heatley is in a perfect position here. 45-degree angle, Sandy, and 45 metres out. He is a beautiful kick. I saw him practicing before the game from here. He really places the ball on the boot, but they're in trouble in defence now. North have had to move Martin out on the low, which is disorganised their defence a little bit, and of course Pike has had to go onto Heatley, so they might lose a bit of his running ability from half back.
Let's see what he can do, Pete. He knows what it's like to kick goals against this side. He booted 9-1. Oh, that's a lovely kick. A beauty. Heatley gets his first. The Saints go further ahead.
Yes, and not only are they ahead on the scoreboard, St Kilda, they're just...
Jason Heatley, 64 goals for this season. Saints by 15 points. Cook decisively. Brown lost it. Socket off the ground by Cook. Grabbed in the middle by Daniels, who boots it towards half forward. Bounces off the chest of Hall. Heatley again. Bounces over the man. In front. Runs on. Beat them both. It's another goal. How about that? Beat Martin. Beat Lowe. And through it went.
Yes, he's hitting the ball hard, Barry Hall. He created the opportunity, but we've seen Jason Heatley so many times, very, very good at ground level. The ability to grab the ball, turn on one step and kick accurately.
Taken by Pecker. That's symbolic of North right now. Runs the full measure. Boots the ball back into the centre square. Was Mickey into the back. Not paid. Back to King. King with Harvey. Harvey runs him hard. King forced to go very, very wide. Well done, Aussie Jones. Bell onto it now. Breaks the low tackle. Bell's little left footer. Only as far as Burke. Fielded it like a cricketer. Well done to Thompson. It was a good handball. Thompson's been important. He steadies up. Pops at the centre half forward. Heatley too good for Pike. Well, Peter McKenna, you talked about him a moment ago. He's probably right now the best kick in the competition, and you wouldn't bet against him from here, would you?
Well, a fantastic mark. He's a greatly improved player, Bruce. That was a terrific body mark, and you wouldn't have a better man kicking for goal. He really does kick through the ball, and he's got to kick at 50 metres, though. By the time he lets that ball go, it'll be right on the 50-metre line, Bruce.
Last match of the MCG on a Friday night, he kicked 5 in the first quarter against Melbourne. Finished with a lazy 7 that night. It's close, it's good, it's another one. What a sensational start by the Saints generically, but by Heatley in particular.
Yeah, it's an interesting situation. 13 marks in Kilda have taken to North Melbourne's 3.
So North with a couple of goals, good effort, they're back in this. Rock's quick kick, Carey front spot, Wakeland against him. Lappin read it pretty well at the front, boots it out. Well, in fact, did a check side, brought the ball back in towards the centre. Good pick up on the run by Brown, has been okay. Kicks to full forward, Heatley front spot. Pike used his good leap there. Built it on by King, maybe not the right way. Winmar beautifully done, superbly done. Goes for goal, 45 metres out, kicks a gem. Unbelievable. Thrilling. Sensational effort by Winmar. 6-3.
Kicks it through the centre square. Ball is waiting to come on. Bounces off the shoulder of Longmire. Picked up by the lumbering Cook. Throws it on the boot. It goes to Keogh in midfield. Had to break a tackle and he did. He's through. He runs to 55. He's a good kick normally. Goes long down towards low. And he's taken the mark. He's taken the mark 10 metres out directly in front. Big Stewie.
Mickey Martin trying to suggest that he touched it.
Yeah, well, that's really what you expect of your key forwards. The ball was driven in. Stuart Lowe maybe had a 50-50 chance, no more. But he was just good enough. Eyes hard on the ball, you could see it. Never took his eyes off the ball. One grab down into his chest. Your key forwards take that kind of mark. It helps win your games.
There's King. And what about Rod Keogh through the middle? Took on the tackler. Braced himself. You think you're good enough, son? No. Here's Lowe to convert then. Going at his second. Very important goal.
Yes, I thought the interesting situation as Keogh came forward at the front of the centre square. He had Aussie Jones running with him.
Clocker off, Harvey coming on. 7-5 to 5-1. Big goal by Lowe. Harvey gets a touch through the centre. Winmar box seat. Great mark. Terrific grab. He was fantastic on field in the first quarter, Winmar. King has exposed him a little in this quarter. It was interesting a moment ago too, Lee, with King tried to put the tackle, as we see Harvey in this great mark, tried to put the tackle on Keogh. On a night like tonight, it's very hard to hold your ground.
Yeah.
He just couldn't hold it, could he?
Particularly in the centre square where it's that soft turf. Winmar, though.
Great shot of the kick and a beautiful goal. 2 to Winmar and 2 to the Saints in about a minute and a half. And they've re-established a break, haven't they?
David King has given the word. Goes to the outer pocket, and Anthony Stevens. Stevens kicks under pressure. He's turned it over here. St Kilda a chance in towards Stuart Lowe, and he takes the mark.
You should see Stevens with Danuchenko. Sandy, he raced at Danuchenko, belted him in the chest to Anthony Stevens, and really told him about it.
I think what had basically happened there, Stevens took off, but Burke was able to overtake him. And I think Stevens, the kick almost got tackled because Stevens was waiting for Danuchenko to lead and he didn't move for him. And that's what made him unhappy.
He's not the only one that's having a go at him. The bottom line is that Stuart Lowe can again stretch this lead. At the moment it is 10 points. He has 2 to his name. 1 in the first, 1 in the second. 51 goals for the season. Stony, ashen face of Dennis Pagan. And in contrast, a study in concentration, Stuart Lowe. This for number 3. He's got it. They steady again.
Well, I think that's what you call a pressure goal.
Such an exciting young player. As King this time goes to the outer side again. He wanted it a long mile. Abbott picks it up, however, and he gives it to Oz again. He'll go for the second time. Heatley, yes, another one. Oh. Right on the line. He's paid. St Kilda get their 10-8 plays 8-2.
Run out of the north back line as well.
10 minutes to three-quarter time. Cook releases Harvey. Harvey from half forward, just wide of Lowe. It was touched by Lowe. It got to Hall. Heatley from about 40 metres out has got another one. That's 5. And that makes it tough.
Well, sometimes you wonder what makes a player the recruit of the year. I think Jason Heatley might just about be it for St Kilda. 5 goals tonight. He's been a terrific player all year. And again, that ability to mark the ball, but to get the ground level goals. Have a look at this evasion. Harvey carries the ball forward. Just a question, it wasn't quite marked by Lowe. But Heatley, just beautiful ball. And he knows how to finish.
He chased him for a long way too, Lee. It was a big play because North looked like getting one against the trend here. They need a goal against the flow. Harvey, big third quarter to the pocket. Low behind Martin. Mickey front spot. Nothing paid there. Brown can't quite get a handle on it. Back to Thompson. Important player in the first quarter to fall forward. Heatley's got it. He's just too good for them. 9 goals at Waverley. And 5 tonight. He's about to kick his 6th.
What did Mickey Malthouse? What did he do to Mickey Malthouse in the Perth? Obviously on the Eagles list, but tonight he's just maybe just a slight pressure from behind. But not only has he kicked goals against Michael Martin Pike, he's dragged Pike back. Likes well out of the half-back line.
Likes this end, Lee. He's got every goal of this end tonight. He kicked 3 in the first quarter. He's going for his 3rd in this term. It was the end. He kicked his 5 in the first quarter against Melbourne. He's got it. He doesn't miss. It's the biggest lead they've had all night. They led by 27 points at the 23-minute mark of the first quarter. The margin, ironically, now is 30.
And St Kilda on their way to notching their 9th straight win. An amazing performance for a side who was down and out a couple of months ago. Rock bottom. Not the case now as Aussie sets them forward once again. In towards Lappin. He picks it up now, goes back in towards the centre. Packett looks down towards the lead of Jason Heatley. Long way out. Just pops one over the top. That's okay because he's found Harvey. Inside 50, Robert Harvey.
He's the most amazing on-ball runner I've ever seen. I've got no doubt about that. We mentioned Brett Chandler has actually been shifted on him. He just ran from the other end of the field and dropped Brett Chandler off by 50 metres. This is Harvey. He's ran from the centre square and he just keeps running. The combination of speed and stamina that he charges around the ground, Robert Harvey, I'd hate to play on him myself.
Cook's having a spell as Harvey goes for goal for the Saints as they steam towards a grand final.
Yes, I think the floodgates have opened now. The running power that St Kilda looked like they had in the first half didn't get them a long way ahead.
But really added a bit of bite, Lee, didn't he, when he came on?
Yes, he does that. He's a very, very aggressive player and just adds an extra dimension to their group in the midfield.
Harvey pokes it inside 50. Look at Thompson go. He gives it across to Nicky Winmar. Going for goal, Nicky! Saints are roaring into the final now.
Yes, and aren't the supporters and the players going to enjoy it? It's really only a matter of playing out time now.
It seems it will be a loss. Out of the back pocket, sends play towards half-back. In from the side, low almost. Stevens hacks it out of mid-air. Keogh will send it back in. Keogh, forward of the wing, well inside the 50. Heatley has paid the mark. Well, that was line ball.
Mickey Martin certainly asking for the free kick and disappointed that he didn't get it, but I really don't think that Jason Heatley pushed him out of the way. It was all just body on body waiting for the footy to come.
Well, we're probably going to have that amazing benefit of the replay, which the umpire didn't have. And, of course, Mickey Martin never thinks there's any such thing as a free kick against him, so he would have been disappointed he didn't get one.
He's very, very anxious to tell you.
Heatley going at number 7. Twice the leading goal kicker in the WAFL for Subiaco. On both occasions over 100.
And Mickey Martin has gone back about 15 metres off the mark. So David Howlett making sure that Heatley knows where the mark is.
This should end all resistance. Gun barrel straight.
We can calculate how many goals he's kicked, Jason Heatley. Tonight, 7 goals straight. He is a deep
For Crocker, called by the umpire, who at the time was about 50 metres away, for a hanging on. Their only goal since half-time. Hudson wide. Saints probing here, aren't they? Using the whole canvas of the MCG as they switch from one side to another. Darryl Wakeland, who's had a very good match, a very good season after not playing in the first 4 games. Brown to Zilla, who bursts away. Winmar! Oh, Winmar! What a mark!
Now he's paid the push with his foot. Oh, gee.
Look,
Come on.
that sort of mark just has to be encouraged. Nicky Winmar's only objective here is to take the mark.
Oh,
that is
dear.
a real injustice.
So the margin is 31 points. The Saints setting it up with a remarkable third term. Keogh knocks it down. Simpson tries to hand pass it wide. Falling to the ground, Pike digs it away. Taken by Harvey. Kicks inside the 50. Going back, Wakeland got a fist on it. Crocker trying to find it on the ground. Sliding through Chandler. Across the goal face. Daniels keeps it in. Little chip pass out towards half-back. Zilla. High ball towards the wing. He's still running as Robert Harvey. On the boundary line. Beats Stevens. For not the first time tonight. Kicks it down towards half-forward. And low. For not the first time tonight. Strong hands. 12 marks. Harvey runs on. And the crowd loving this. On to Heatley. He's got 7, and this is a precursor, the fans hope, for the big day. Smith and Vidovik, what might have been.
Well, he set it up on half-back. Robert Harvey gave it to Stuart Lowe, went and got it back, gave it to Jason Heatley, and in the process sprinted 100 metres late in the 4th quarter when they've got the game well won.
He's the only bloke on the ground, Dennis, you give a chance from here, I reckon, tonight.
Yes. He's been so accurate. The Saints are through. Bring on the grand final. Heatley after the siren. It won't be a score. But St Kilda, after so many years in the wilderness, are in the grand final.
Okay, let's go down and join